A compressed early voting schedule for the U.S. Senate runoff has already set a turnout record. The Secretary of State's office says we are on pace to beat yesterday's record, and voters tell us they don't want to wait for next Tuesday, even if it means waiting in line today. 11 Alive's Doug Richards has tonight's paradox from an early voting location in DeKalb County. Doug.
Yes, there are early voters inside the early voting site here. Not as many as there had been earlier when I saw 150 people lined up inside this early voting site. And the funny thing about this is that all these folks who are turning out to early vote are kind of setting the stage for what stands to potentially be a comparatively light turnout when the runoff day occurs a week from today.
I want to get it over and I want to do early vote.
Gail Ivey says the peace of mind drives her to vote early, even when she sees a line of voters outside guaranteeing a wait.
A lot of time you wait to the last minute, they run into a lot of problems with the machines. Other things happen. So it's early voting, you don't run into all this complication.
And if there are complications, Linda Hembry says she can try again later. This is one of 16 early voting sites in DeKalb. Next Tuesday on runoff day, DeKalb will have 176 precinct sites. If this week's trends continue, those precincts would project to have about 30% fewer voters each than the 16 early voting sites have had this week. Yet Ivey says the time investment in voting is best made early.
Peace of mind. No, I got it over with. Yes.
Yesterday, we reported that based on demographic data that the Secretary of State's website was producing, that black voters were outpacing white voters. In the days since then, white voters have outpaced black voters, consistent with the population differential in Georgia. Women voters are vastly outpacing male voters, and older voters, as always, are outpacing everybody else. Live in DeKalb County, Doug Richards, 11 Alive News.
Next Tuesday is going to be really interesting. Giving Tuesday.